Let us know what you find, and if you need a bit more direction, we can see what we can dig up.
Right, and thank you for listening and trusting me.
Of course, that's what we do.
That's...
You helped more than you know, so... Right, well... Hit me.
This is a bit of a personal nature, I hope you can understand, my lord.
We're in a personal mood, it's fine.
You're fine to
want him
stay here,
out,
Kyler, but Sir Black, I would not like to be shown in front of the men.
I beg your pardon, sir. My concern right now is only Lord Kyler's safety.
I'm here.
I'm silent.
If you don't mind taking a walk, Sir Black, I would appreciate it.
Under duress.
You can assure that if anything happens, I am here.
We're
The
right
rest of you
outside
have
the
to
door.
Step out as well. We know the orders. Just for now, step out. Private meeting.
That was for the report of the situation.
I know.
Okay.
We heard it. Write it in a missive. Send it so we have it written down. We're gonna work on it tomorrow morning. We're sending the QRF out to scan.
Once we have the light.
Understood.
Come on, dog. We're heading up. She kicked my fucking dog.
Oh, lovely. Speak to me as Tiberius de Vicar, not nobleman to Capitano.
If I don't keep my composure, I won't be able to hold back the rage I have right now, so pardon me if I try to restrain myself. I've gotten word from some of individuals that apparently there was an arrest made yesterday. A woman mercenary who was taken by the name of Seline.
I'm not tracking that. You have to excuse me, I almost died yesterday trying to protect the Lord Marshal, and I have a bit more higher importance than one person getting arrested.
Then could you please do me a favor then and look into it? I have been trying to find something out, but I've not been able to hear or see.
Do you know why
anything.
they were arrested?
No. All I know is that they have been arrested, and I have not been able to see them or find out why they were arrested.
Can you write me down their names so I have it in writing? Just that way I don't mix them up with another Seline.
Thank you.
Of course.
I'll look into it. You'll have a missive at your door, or delivered to you on what's happening. If I figure out why they're arrested, I'll look into it, and if it's a proper arrest, I'll have to keep it, but if it's something fucking stupid, I'll just let it go. If they... I have more important people to arrest right now than just some vagabond or whatever they do.
I would appreciate that. Thank you.
Simple enough.
I do apologize if my demeanor is a bit uptight.
I've had so much shit drop on me today, I do not give a shit. I understand. A lot has happened today. So much more than any of us probably expected. I thought today was finally going to be a calm day. You know, no more orc shit. And then I get dumped on... I cursed it. I'd probably say it's going to be a calm day, and that's why everything just turned tits up. So...
You literally jinxed it. You fucked it
I
for
do it all
all
the
of
time.
us.
You
fucked it for all of us. This is what happens. We have one person say it,
Yeah.
and everyone else is screwed.
Did you hear about what happened?
I heard something about Kaz on the run now. Apparently they were responsible for the prisoners going missing.
Yeah.
They almost killed Lord Erdhart.
These prisoners, the people from Cusero, we suspect have linked up with remnants of the Scarecrows. and they apparently attacked Arn last night. Kaz was brought in here to explain herself in front of the Baroness and the Baron, and she cut her binds and fled. Bowled through 5 or 6 guards, left the city.
I also was
Had a bad
informed they
feeling
did shoot
about
2
that one.
crossbows at her, but both missed, so.
It's a shame.
How was she able to evade the guards, the patrols,
Well,
in full plate?
Barreled right through them.
she is incredibly quick in her plate armor. She doesn't get fatigued. She can run nearly as fast as a horse. She caught up with my QRF the other day. It's some insane talent or skill she has.
Yeah. Probably why they're a courier. Makes sense.
It does
Very
make
fucking
sense,
Fast.
yeah.
They can get a goddamn job done.
In plate, too.
In plate. Insane, I know.
Baffles me.
Yeah.
I don't know. You know what? That's the least of the thing that's gonna baffle me with what we talked about with you know who, with all of this. I don't know how versed he is and how much
He's
I
been
can
told about
divulge.
magic existing, and he's having a crisis of who he is and everything going on.
Oh.
Which is probably why I assume that you took the shock troopers and cornered Faye to ask her what the fuck was that.
Yeah, what was that about?
Yes.
That kind of blew back on you a bit, didn't it?
I'm still
didn't
speaking
look
to your
good.
father about, but I learned some very disturbing things, to say the least. That at least set some red flags for me.
Hmm.
From what I understand, you have to understand when anything comes of these things of these natures, there's a cost, a price to be paid. You may have seen examples of it, any of you, if you've seen and witnessed it enough. However, what was displayed in the powers be used, there was no cost, supposedly, that they're aware of. Now that, to me, is alarming. The fact they are unaware of what was used as a price. There's no telling what could have happened in the coming years. It could have been something drained from...
The other worry that I brought up is, from what I can tell, before the people from Ireland came to Nautis, you know, Tazim and Sharik, it was pretty fucking normal here, other than we had a corrupt government. But the second that they show up, magic and this and that, which makes me think that magic is just fucking, it magnetizes each other.
Not necessarily. These things happen without the gaze of many eyes. That's the point of it. If everybody knew about it, everyone would draw to it, and then chaos would erupt very quickly. It's not necessarily it was never there. It was probably happening and you just never knew.
It's just I wasn't privy to it, yeah.
Usually these matters are locked behind very closed doors of humble nobility or leaderships or even military personnel, if any of these sorts of inquiry happen. You have the privilege now to enjoy that privilege and all its horribleness that follows.
Take a look behind the curtain. Enjoy it. You can't put it back.
You know, that's what I was making the point earlier, is that usually I don't ask questions because it just, one, makes me more confused, it puts my head on the chopping block, but
The thing
all of it's just been dropped on
that
me, so...
has kept my sanity through all of this is just nodding my head and going, yep, and not trying to understand it, because the more I try to understand and learn, the more confusing and weird and scary, and the further behind the curtain we go.
You're
Yeah.
not gonna
I only want to look
add
into
them
it because
Oh,
how
at
do I
all.
react to it when it's in front of me?
What are you adding?
Well, this will probably affect you in the future, Captain, by the way. from what I understand, is now she has full control of the forest, at her beckoning words, so to speak. And if she has explained it that way to you, then you can probably concur when I say this. That means that from this point forward, any relations and partnerships you have with her have to be maintained, or you have a risk of losing majority of your high resources. Your stone mine, your iron mines, even the lumber. Prime resources that help this city survive. At any point in time, a strain in the relationship inquires, they could be cut off. Very easily.
So she has control of an entire forest. What does that mean, a control of a forest? I heard she said that she's gonna have some of her bushes walk around. Does she just make little walking figures that go around?
Maybe you best explain that. Given at least some type of explanation. Mine would be, I think, too graphic.
Yeah.
Explain it to me like I'm 7.
Yeah. Just, yep.
Yep, mm-hmm.
She's not
What a time we live in, huh?
Right. She's not a vindictive person. She's trying to do the right thing.
She seems very sweet and helpful.
She told me she's a pacifist, which I don't think is really true anymore, but...
I don't believe it in a heartbeat.
Well, to be fair, pacifists would have died before they killed someone, and knowing what she did, what event she caused, kind of makes me...
Issue is that she is naive. And she puts her trust in people that she shouldn't put her trust in, and those people will manipulate
That's what your
her.
father told me.
And that is the problem.
When you walked out, I said that why is everyone who has so much power so stupid? And he said, well, she just has to be very cautious on who she trusts because of that happened.
Yeah.
So what happens then when she finally snaps, is my question.
You have reason to believe she will finally snap?
Someone of age, if you lose enough life, if you lose enough people around you, and there's a cause to it, do you believe you wouldn't snap?
Yeah.
My point is a credible threat, and it's something to be mindful of, is what I'm trying to say.
It's a little worrying.
Not to mention...
From what I can tell, from what I've been told, is that the second that something gets too powerful, something else comes through and gets rid of it.
Yes, but in the scale of things, you don't want that. Though it could come at any time.
Would probably destroy an entire fucking region, but...
Probably this entire region entirely, yes.
Yeah.
And the fact that she's angered something in order to do what she did, there's no saying what could come from it.
I'm just trying to stop people from starving, man. I'm trying to stop drugs from
the same
cropping
thing that
up
I'm
in
like.
the city. I want to go home.
People have been coming to me and like...
What do you mean you are home?
This is
You're
not...
in your home right now.
This isn't my fucking home, and you know
Let's
that.
go to Giwan.
Let's go to Giwan. Fuck this place.
Go
You know
take a
how bad
vacation
I've
in
wanted
the
to go
Underdark. I'm sure that'll be
Astagon.
fun.
You know how long I've been waiting.
Yeah, I know.
Are you with
Decades.
this house? Where does your loyalty fall? I know.
It's more of an alliance of sorts, I guess it would be the best way to put
Yeah,
it.
we have a mutual goal.
Brotherhoods.
To get to Giwan, we
Yes.
have to get through Astagon. He's originally from Astagon, so...
And he would be escorting you out. Well, at least you'll be happy to hear. And I don't know what the fuck is gonna happen, how this is gonna work. But I sat down with the shock troopers because after you had to be, removed. A few of them do want to follow you because a lot of them are loyal to you, but a lot of them are still loyal to me too. And we had this conversation where they trust my word over others. It makes me sound like the fucking next Capitano, the way I explained it, but most of the shock troopers are either loyal 100% to you or to me, and a lot of them aren't necessarily fully loyal to the province. They are, but
These men are all ones who have their own dreams and ambitions, so... What?
Who's there?
Probably the owner of the house.
Oh, sorry. We, I wanted to walk around.
My lord. If you allow us.
If you accompany her, sure. Just be careful because we have a escaped fugitive. So don't wander too far and don't leave the city.
Very well, my lord.
I understand.
My worry is, with everything that I've been given, my rank, the title, the men that fall under me, how is it gonna look if I just up and drop my responsibilities and join your retinue?
We're trying to balance that. We don't want to gut the place when we leave. We want it to be self-sustainable. That's why we're putting things in place where people will take over the positions. I'll probably give my blacksmith to Samuel. That sort of stuff. I'm putting in a wharf master.
Yeah.
But as for men and you, I mean, it's up to you what you value more, what people think of you, or your deeds of what you want to do.
I don't plan on staying in this province, but yes.
If you have everything in order when the time does come for the departure, there wouldn't be much worry, to say the least.
That's what I think. Yeah.
And you have your own values to follow, and be plain speaking, I think enough blood has been shed for this land as it is.
Too much.
True.
But
It's just I know Gradian nobles can be cutthroat, so if they see something they don't like, they'll throw a fit about it and try to do something.
your
It's hard to do that.
job would be to train up a protege, someone who upholds your values, your ideals,
I've
and
already
that you
been doing
trust.
that.
Then you're good.
I'm just afraid because I think all the shock troopers will probably just fucking follow me.
I mean, I
They
wouldn't
were in the same
deny
way
them.
I preach the regards that like a mem and the Baroness are actually doing good, but there's so much shit that has happened in this province that it's hard to keep fighting for it after it's screwed most of our lives over.
It is tangled here. There's a lot of tangles and messes and factions working with and against each other and pretending to work with each other, and then a lot of that shit. But that's Gradia, isn't it?
Essentially. But
Yeah, that's what Gradia is.
what can define most men is the field of battle, though. A brotherhood is easily formed. Those of you who have served through these campaigns will have a stronger aptitude for each other than when you bring in the fresh blood.
Yeah.
Especially when the ones that came to be as replacements for the ones we lost along the way.
Mm-hmm.
I still even remember when we had, when even some of the Royal Guard tried to rebel? What was it? Months ago?
Yeah.
We were even wounded, laying to the ground, and some of them tried to force the Baron out and save him, so to speak. The divide between the Royal Guards and the Guards at the time was at its worst. I think you can recall, Capitano.
This land is sated with Gradian blood spilled by Gradians, and it's going to stay that way, because that's just how Gradia is. You don't like something, so instead of talking it out, you pull the sword and deal with it that way. The winner is right.
What a system, huh?
I thought greed defined most men, not the blade here.
Biggest killer
It's
in
both.
Gradia is
It's-
greed. 100%.
It's always greed, but they solve it with the blade. not in like a knightly fashion like we hear about the Eastern, where it's like, I duel you, sir. It's more or less like, I'm gonna have my entire retinue kill your entire house and then take over your assets.
That's the issue with... Oh, wow, we're really talking politics. Wow, I'm getting old. That's the issue with how Gradia is being run and how it has different baronies in smaller sections, and as long as they're paying their tithes, the centralized government, i.e. the...
They don't give a shit.
The council doesn't really care as long as the tithes are still going. People can take.
And that's what's about to happen with Palamon.
Yeah, I mean they didn't even care that there was a robber baron here. You know, like as long as we handled it, then it was fine. And as long as the tithes keep coming in, then it's fine. And so there is no overarching system of justice.
If the council had to react in that such a nature, then they would be probably upheaving the entire land from the nobility here.
Yeah,
if that had transpired.
Or an entire region. I don't know if they would go through the entire land, but they would do an entire region, like all the way from Palamon down to Nautis. They would just completely wipe and set anew if they really had to act with something.
This is why
that or whoever paid the most to take care of it.
This is why merc companies work so well in Gradia, because there's always a fight between some barony or something going on.
Everyone has coin, and
everyone's got coin. Yeah.
But we can change the topic, because I have so many more things. I just need clarification for my not even my peace of mind, but I need to know how to react when things happen.
Okay.
So with the whole thing of magic, I'm gonna assume if I'm fighting someone who has whatever the fuck that is, I just kiss my ass goodbye. There's nothing I can do.
Probably.
Just accept it. Okay.
I kill orcs and people. Anything more than that, it requires an operation. Yeah. Well.
Yes.
Just hope I'm skilled enough.
No, skill will only get you so far. Knowledge is key to surviving these things. And luck. Lots of that. And if you don't, you'll probably be charred crisp or eaten by some strange beast in the dark.
I'm very lucky and I don't know why. I
feel like your luck has ran out, to be honest, the fact you've been entangled in this web.
That's me knocking on wood.
I know, I was told that there's artifacts as well that are below us right now.
That's news to me. Oh.
What do you mean by that exactly?
Apparently a group had gone down to Namythalorian, something of that name, and got an artifact for someone, and that there still could be more.
He said that in the most southern drawl possible. I've been down to Namythalorian.
Listen, my lips are locked. Like, I think the biggest concern everyone always has when people have loose lips and tell other people is that it's going to keep spreading and cause a whole issue. The person who told me, I trust, they trust me. Simple as. I know I can trust both of you because, for the most part, it's all of you Irelandese that are dealing with this shit. And I also need to know what I might be signing myself up for if I'm going to be joining Gewin, and that's something you guys constantly fucking deal with, it seems like. Keep the people with you.
Will mostly be killing Imperials. Probably.
I'm fine with that. A lot of
so I'm fine with that. Everything else I leave to people who are more experienced in. Like I said, I just kind of... The less I know about it, the better.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to bash that ignorance out of you.
I don't like knowing about it. I used to be curious, and then shit happened, and now people come to me and they're like, "Hey, so this giant world-ending thing, what are we gonna do about that?" And I'm like, "What the fuck do you mean world-ending?"
Hold on.
What am I gonna do?
Hold on. No, if you don't, then you are in a situation now where you have someone like Faye, who now has a control of a dormant of the woods, who can switch a page, say, one day from someone's advice, and now lose access to your Iron Mine.
No, not my Iron Mine, dude. Mine are back in Look, they want to stay here. That's great.
Is the day that we're gone.
We're gone
immediately.
We're on the boat and we're.
No, don't get me wrong. I love my guards here, but I can't save them from that. The fuck am I gonna do? I'm just a human.
But it is a genuine concern that could be a trouble for you in the future, Kyla. You should be aware of.
Yeah.
Because when they look back
Someone
to
should
this
not have that much
agreement,
power.
when they do look back to this agreement, even with the Baroness standing behind it, they will most likely guard their nobility house and pin it all on the Earharts. That is most certainly certain.
Yeah.
Why does anyone have access to this power? Shouldn't that be like the gods? Why are people playing God?
What I would do
Gods.
with this stuff, if I found anything, I would put it in a metal box and I would row out into the ocean and I would throw it into the fucking ocean.
Not wise. You have Trident there. They'll fuck with it then at that point.
Hide it. It just should not be touched by anyone.
Agreed.
But I feel
Entirely
like,
so.
unfortunately, if an institute is made to hide these things, they just use it for their benefit. Who wouldn't? That's like
Not
unlimited fucking power.
necessarily.
The Institute
Not at all.
studies these things.
Oh.
Exactly.
There are groups that prefer to hold onto it and lock it down, but they are few and far between.
And lacking in numbers, to say the least.
I can understand everyone wants to play hero, and they're like, oh, we figured out how this cool little box that glows does.
Oh,
It
you
can
have
kill
no
anyone I point
idea.
at.
I've
I'm only gonna use it
dealt
for good.
with people in the past that are like, I have an inkling that there's something magical here, so we have to go and unearth it and study it. And I'm like, no!
No!
Stop upsetting the
No!
apple cart! Yeah, it was... No.
I mean, I'm also concerned that apparently people are just born innately with magic. How are you supposed to lock that down if they are just born with it?
We have to stop testing people and registering them.
Apparently, Imam himself, the fucking
Yeah.
Batman.
Yeah, it's you don't worry though. It's insane how quickly you become desensitized to it. Like, I'm out there doing my thing, and some terrifying creature shows up, and people are like, they haven't been seen in 1,000 years, and I'm like, okay, of course they haven't.
That's normal.
So black.
Woman came by, acting very strangely, named Sunny. She wants to speak with you whenever you're free.
You guys
Do
need
you
me
guys
for
get
anything
into the
else?
conversation? No.
I do need to update you on a few things, if possible. That would be private, though, Amanda.
Okay.
I can step out.
Can I wait till after I've dealt with Sunny, or should it go fast?
At your discretion.
If you two are
whichever you
here,
prefer.
I can step out
Captain,
quickly.
if-
You can.
If you could look into what I said very pressingly, it's very important to me.
Yeah. Do me a favor so I don't forget.
Hmm.
Put it somewhere in writing so I remember, because I will forget.
Hmm. As a
If you
note, it was a
understand what
thing.
I'm
It was one of the things that happened over the weekend.
I wasn't there for
Gotcha.
that, so I have no clue what that one was.
Gotcha.
Something, we'll figure it out.
He's not gonna join me outside.
Oh my god.
How rude. Thought we were gonna bond,
You wanna go hold
Captain.
hands? Let's go.
Yes, as a matter of fact, I do. Whoa, you're
Oh,
tall.
the
Oh my
cuddling.
goodness.
The cuddling
He's so
now. Good
strong.
So Black is so short without his armor. I never realized.
Yeah. What's in your mind?
There's something else I didn't mention. When these type of events happened, usually for us, the Order, we would try to quash any rumors spurting about out of it. Setting up simple borders, trying to quiet the people as much as possible for a time. And then letting life continue when they understand the gravity of the situation. However, in this case, everyone saw it. Everyone's gone about it. Boats have come and gone. Rumors are going to spread like wildfire across the lands. It will draw dark individuals here, Kyla. They will seek out what it was, what it could have been, and desire for it themselves. Now, unfortunately, my position is a bit more precarious, so I'm not able to act on these threats. So,
We will keep our eyes and ears open, as we always do. One thing at a time, one step at a time.
I don't have to explain how dangerous some of these people can be.
Yeah. Well, shouldn't keep the bathhouse girl working, waiting. Fucking, I don't know, man.
You know, I'm very surprised you would see a bathhouse girl of any of them.
She wants to see me?
You've been so uptight about that.
She wants to see me?
I'm just surprised you've found a woman. Finally. That's a bathhouse girl, of anything.
No, nothing like that.
Oh. Really? She's coming to you. I mean, that's a sense of like...
Coming for me in a minute. I'll see you in a bit. Where is the woman?
She left after I spooked her. She was accompanied by a scantily dressed man and was carrying a clanky box full of what presumably were blades that needed to be sharpened. I asked her to leave the box with me, but it became very clear immediately after that she wasn't here for any blades to be sharpened. So I'm going to escort you to where I assume is her den, her lair, one might even say.
You have a way with women,
I will stand
that?
outside the door. Yeah,
that's
one way of saying it, my lord.
Scantily dressed woman, suspicious woman.
Yes. Say it with me, my lord. All women.
All women are queen.
Oh no, I was gonna. Never mind.
Oh, you're doing the
Say
other
the
one.
opposite of that.
Oh.
Yes.
Well,
they're all monsters.
You know, I've fought many things in my time, but there is nothing more terrifying than a woman's scorn.
Yes.
And I seem to get that a lot.
Very wise of you. Very insightful. Beyond your years, even, one might say.
No, I'm just a misogynist.
Ah, well. You're in good company, my lord.
Based.
That's why they call me Sir Jonathan Black the Based Knight.
Yes!
I'm sure that she's skulking about in here.
Gird your
Are you
loins.
prepared to delve into this dungeon?
I'm ready. Be on your toes so black they could pounce from anywhere.
Careful, their tongues will bedevil you.
Oh no, don't bedevil me.
Oh no, step bathhouse worker.
I don't know how I'm supposed to.
Hello?
That's the
We're
Lord.
too deep in that layer now, so black.
I know. Don't worry, I brought protection.
Oh God.
Good. We'll need it. We'll have to share. They might be upstairs. Oh.
Oh, there they are.
Do you want the man? You can have him, and I'll take the drow.
Yeah, that sounds good. The drow.
Did you just imply that this drow isn't a man?
No, the human man. Sorry.
I'm more
Did you
man
just call
than
me
you
the
can handle,
man-man?
princess.
All right, double team. All right, let's do this.
Sonny, what do you need? Everything okay?
I need you this. As okay as it can be.
Okay.
Mind taking a look at these?
Are your books? Sure. What's in it?
Nobleman's daggers.
Okay.
Needs them cleaned up. And a scimitar. Needs cleaning up.
I can do that. Might take me the evening though.
It's fine.
Alright.
How long?
Yeah, come by tomorrow morning. Should be done.
I hope
Thank
whatever issue you're having with your fugitive comes to a swift conclusion, young lord.
Yeah, me too.
Tell your guard I'm not trying to kill you.
I don't think she's trying to
You did
kill
show
me.
up with a box full of daggers. I don't think it was that subtle.
That's
Next time you can leave the box with me and save my lord a trip.
You
I don't
crashing
like
my
you.
style, Sir Black. See you guys tomorrow.
She only talks to men with hairlines not
tomorrow.
receding.
You got nothing for that? You got nothing to say back?
He's leaving. He's
Oh my
humiliated.
god, defeated
He's
male leaves.
humiliated.
You missed it. I opened the door, I looked at her, and I said, "You're too easy of a target."
No, you didn't. You didn't say that.
I did.
Nuh-uh.
I did say that.
Where'd she
Cool, and
get...
everyone clapped, too.
Yeah. And then eagles flew behind you.
Yeah. One of these days I'm gonna lance you in the back when we're on a hunt.
You'd be doing me a favor.
No, don't joke like that, please, Lord Kyler.
What? What? What was that?
I'll keep my eye on you, walking through the back streets. Very suspicious.
Oh, is this a drow thing? Are you racist,
Yes, it
Capitano?
is. Yes, always. Oh shit, your father's back. Okay, I need to actually look professional.
Wonder if they got cows.
I don't see them.
Doesn't look like it.
I should dump these at the forge.
Yeah.
Yes, looking for Kaz. Doesn't look like they found her though.
See? She gave me her box.
You want someone else to carry? Why are you carrying the box?
What do you mean?
Someone else should carry the
He's
Lord doesn't
fragile.
understand
Tiberius. I got you, sweetheart.
Thank you, baby.
I'm too old for you.
And I'm too young for you. Alright, well, if your father didn't find them, then I'm assuming that the threat level is going to be minimal at this point.
Probably. We should check in with him, though.
I'm sure that he'll come by and speak with you.
You know, I think that sometimes, and then he doesn't. And then I'm just there.
Do you need a hug?
No.
Is that what this is?
I think I'd like to wallow in my parental issues.
Don't we all?
I'm not gonna hug you.
I will headbutt the ever-living
What?
fuck out of you. I will put you in the ground like a fucking tent peg. I swear to God.
Same wavelength? Hold on, no. Hold on, wait. What? Are you and Orlando like on the same... You're twins, you're not telling us.
What?
Because he tried to hug Orlando earlier today and was immediately like...
Do you need a
She's like,
hug?
"I will
Because
fucking
if
headbutt
this
you."
is a second incident of today that you've tried, like, are you hugless?
It's also the second incident where someone threatened to headbutt them.
Are you okay? Are things okay at home?
Don't do that.
I'm
You're
suffering on
like-
the inside. This is my home! Do you think that I have a room in this house, Lord Kyler?
I hope
Tala.
not.
Pet Tala.
Tell me what... Look at that! What?
If you've been sleeping under my floorboards, I'm going to now.
I'm gonna sleep under your floorboards.
If you sleep under my
And every
floorboards,
time-
I will start
and
stabbing
every-
between
and
it, and I will kill you, you fucking
every-
cockgoblin.
Every night, when you're sleeping and you wake up from a dream, I'm gonna giggle under your bed. I'm gonna go.
You should be
I'm gonna be
hung.
the source of your nightmares.
You should be fucking hung.
I don't want to be nuts. I'm kidding, John. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Actually,
gonna
yeah,
feed
pet
your
the
dog
You-
chocolate.
He's lashing out because he's angry. To ignore him. He doesn't understand his emotions.
What the fuck, Black? That's actually Kaz kicking her face.
They killed the dogmen and my men at that meeting and made an attempt on my life. They defied the barony's orders. Never mind what they did to me.
I understand.
Oh, the tavern.
We will find them. No matter the cost.
Yeah, what if they resist?
Disabled
grab
and
my
then brought
purse.
in. I don't want them killed.
I haven't touched anything.
I'll be talking to the others to see if there'll be a bounty put on them.
You'd be surprised how close you
Very well, my lord.
Tiberius, we spend too much time trying to mobilize. We need multiple bases of operation. Once the extension to the city is done, I want to start looking to our eastern border. There's a location that we've spoken about in the past that I want to make moves on finally now that we have access to Markle's stone.
I see, my lord. I will then begin drawing up plans at once.
Good. Sorry to drop this news on you.
What a day, huh?
Steel. Wow. I never knew a blood like this.
Time to ask the Lord for some men to search
to
out
that
the
reaction.
tower. And bitch Kaz.
Well, first they didn't want their hands tied, but enforcing a guard and its protocol. And
You got right up on me, Jackson.
I don't know. They
Jesus.
think that us pulling the people
Hug
in
him.
Cassetto
Please
is
hug him.
ruining families that they're in.
I'm not going to. Black would
That
hit me.
man-
Guards, injured guards. They don't want
Jonah, if you want a hug, you're gonna have to ask for it in writing.
Excuse me, wait, what?
I want a 3-page essay written on my desk in the morning about how much you want
Why
this
you
hug.
need a hug?
I really
Get it together. Your father's right over there. All right.
Walk in!
I'm
That
walking
rope
in.
looks very useful right now.
You're right. You know what, Sir Black? Oh, there he is.
Kyler,
On.
the hobbits of home were harboring fugitives. Kaz is being assisted by Morian. They've taken to the wilderness. The hobbits lied at first. I was going to bring back one of their representatives to speak with the barony. One of the hobbits cracked and told the truth. So I'm not holding them in any sort of contempt of court, but I will be having words with Mr. Hopper. Kaz deliberately went behind my back and freed the fugitives, or the, I should say, riders from Cassetto that were serving the steward, and allowed them to flee into the woods. We know now, after the attack yesterday, that they've been picked up by remnants of the scarecrows. Remember Cassetto, remember the steward, as they tried to kill me. Kaz's actions has deliberately called the death of Redard's soldiers, the injury and almost death of some of mine, like Cook. Even if I was to argue for a lighter sentence, they drew steel on the Baron. I cannot protect them from the hangman's noose. Not anymore. If they are found, they have to be arrested. If they fight back, they have to be disabled and not killed. Tomorrow I'll be
Wait, is Cook
discussing with the
injured or
others.
dead, my lord?
Cook is injured. He is recovering. I will be discussing with the barons how much of a bounty will be put on Kaz's head and Morian by default. Unfortunately, that is the route we have to take with what they've done. They have been charged with treason. Make sure the rest of the household guard knows. Assist the Redod soldiers in any way, shape, or form. Do not perform the arrest if you're by yourself. They are both very capable.
The Capitano is lending some men over. We're doubling the guard around the perimeter, my lord. The guard is already informed.
Good. If you're feeling sprightly, you can join these patrols, watching the main roads and some of the main roads in the Sabine.
Of course. I might take a look at Corsetto either tomorrow or later on to make sure that there aren't having...
Should be noted, the hobbit that was lying to me was from Corsetto.
Great. I'll poke around and see if there's any remnants in there trying to take root, I guess. I'll do that later tomorrow.
Good. This needs to be taken care of before there's a full-blown insurrection.
Yep.
My lord,
I have to make a report to the barons, yes.
I had Tala pursue Kaz. He took an injury, but they...
Yes,
last sight...
and I found a empty healing pot on the table in the middle of the hobbit's area. They treated her. You won't be able to find her via blood trail any longer. Don't blame the little folk.
You shouldn't be
beyond
bringing
their
them into it
understanding.
at all.
Would you like us to help with the hunt?
We've hunted enough as it is. Guys, it's dangerous when they're in a corner. And if Morian's with them, Morian can't survive in the woods. He's made that very clear. And we have to start searching the mountain ranges on the morrow. I bet my life they took to the mountains. But enough of this. Return to your duties. If you're going with Kyler, do so. I must speak to the Baron.
You want me to go settle or just doing patrols?
Actually, I have something for you.
Hmm?
Head inside, please. Oh, Lady Ideman. How can I help you?
Oh, man. K9 unit.
If you need someone to ride alongside,
Yeah,
I would like to volunteer.
I don't know where he expects us to be going. Just patrols?
I'm
Or?
not quite sure.
Yeah.
It sounds like he has a special assignment for you. I didn't want to sit in and continue to impose, but I just wanted to offer my assistance.
If I need to go somewhere, I'll bring you along.
Very well. If we do not see each other again tonight, then have a good one. I'm going to head out into the stables. If you need me, I'll be out there.
Will do. Thanks, Sibluck.
Of course, my lord.
Talk on about what we found earlier. What do you mean, what did we find earlier? I don't even fucking remember, dude. Oh, shit. You're fucking right. Holy fuck. I totally forgot we rode out to find Arkoth. Jesus. So much has happened, like, back to back and overlapping and, ugh. Good work?
Waiting in here all on your own?
Yeah, I wanted to come in here. So. Did you have a good walk?
Currently talking with Tiberius.
Yeah.
I did.
Do you know if /
How are you
when you're
feeling?
going to be out of those chains?
Hoping soon, once the trial is done.
Do we know when that is?
No. Just being kept on my toes, so to speak.
Hmm. How are you feeling?
Better. Oh, my heart aches and sinks pretty low with the news that I keep on hearing.
Hmm.
With Gurr, and then it froze for a moment seeing that Aegon was still alive.
Yeah, confused me too. I was in the middle of a fight, and I turned to my left, and there's Aegon, who, from my understanding, was dead. Yeah.
That's what I had heard as well.
Hmm.
And then seeing Torty and how broken she is, it just hurt very badly.
The poor girl. I know. I want to offer my condolences, but I haven't had time, and she's been around a lot of people, which I suppose is good.
Well, once it hits night, if you are still awake, though it seems you've gotten on more of a daywalker kind of schedule.
No, I'm still tossing and turning most nights.
Then I guess Borgo could use some draw time.
I'll let her know that I'm around if she
So
needs.
the roofs, from what I've heard, are not safe anymore.
Crawling with servants of Ash, yes.
Mm-hmm. That is what I heard.
Mm.
Still hearing things. Even while chained up.
You have a talent for it.
I keep an ear out. But it is time for me to head back down. I did not want to burden your guards for too long.
Don't let me keep you from your basement.
Which I feel very lucky to be allowed to stay in a place where the Baroness herself once stayed.
Mm. Yeah, let me know if you need
That is
anything,
the
okay?
comfiest bed that I have ever slept on, by the way.
Expect no expense,
Never
Lady
slept on
Beazle.
something. Hearing lady in front of my name is not something I will probably ever hear in my lifetime, but I thank you.
You can have that one for free then.
Thank you. I don't think I ever actually apologized to you.
For?
When you asked me about what had happened, if I had done it, I was in denial for a lot of it. I couldn't believe it myself that I actually went through and did what I did. I wholeheartedly believed that all of that had never happened. but the ache on my back continued to grow. And when I got arrested, everything became so clear that I almost broke again. But I lied to you. And I hated doing that. So you deserved an apology. And for that I am sorry.
Thank you. But don't beat yourself up over it too much. With everything going on, someone lying to me doesn't feel like much.
I pulled away a lot of trust because of what I've done. And even the smallest apologies will never get me feeling this large amount of regret, even if what happened to me is the reason why I did it. But if I can apologize when I can, I will do it.
Alright, just, don't beat yourself up any more than you've already
Trust
been
me.
beaten up.
I will do my best. And hey, maybe tomorrow, if I can get it completely done, you can see what I've been working on down there. Your father was nice enough to allow me to have paint on the canvas.
Oh, you've piqued my interest.
We'll see if it's done tomorrow. And I'll show you then.
I look forward to it.
Have a good evening, my lord.
And you. Man, it's been a busy day. Man. I love how it keeps reordering itself. That's really handy when I look for things. Have I been stood up? Man, the cyberpunk thing that we had going for a while was really cool. It's a shame I can't use it anymore. Don't bug him, I'm sure he knows. I worry that this is too recognizable and I'm gonna get picked up on it. No, the cyberpunk song, some channel with like less than 500 subs used it as a sample for like some shitty music remix, and apparently that gives them the okay to copyright claim my shit. And I was having to go through every episode that had it and then like disclaim the copyright strike, and it got to the point where I was just typing in, dude, it's not your song. So crazy how that works. It defaults to the person making the claim as well, so people can make fake claims, and it's up to me to prove that it's not their stuff, rather than them proving to YouTube that it is their stuff. I have to prove that it's not. Like, it falls on me. Some people, it's, yeah. Anything to make a buck, right? Because I've had stuff that had some music that I've had in FT, and someone's used it on their thingy, and it's been like, do you want to claim them? And I'm like, no. So.
Wake up.
Sorry. Hi.
Our good friend here has healed from his time in the Orc Fortress. It's doing him some good.
Good to see you again.
Likewise.
Grandir had some kind words to say about you. He seems to think highly of you and your efforts. But I'll let that come from him, along with what he wants to give you.
Words alone cannot describe the gratitude I wish to say to you. You saved my life, and you've done more than what is needed of your station. Not only to diminish and repel the orc threats, but to ensure that as many people within this province were safe and saved. I thought of many ways that I could repay such a debt. Not only for myself, but for many of those who've made similar promises to defend this place, but unfortunately, due to unfortunate circumstances, could not. But I believe that all of us could agree that this will do.
In his hands is a strange rectangular box. But not just any box, it's made of fine wood, sanded down by hand, and it's extremely light. We put the box on the table, and there are 3 golden latches at the bottom resembling that of aspen leaves. They look like if you touch them, they'd snap off. But when you gingerly try to open them, they're strong as can be. You open the box and you're hit with a fragrance reminding you of spring when flowers begin to bloom. And underneath it,
I'm grinning like such a fucking idiot,
folded
dude.
ever so perfectly and neatly, seems to be sets of plate and chain, immaculately made, fit perfectly, to where there's barely, if any, noise is heard as it shifts and moves. It looks like a snug fit, similar to the ranger in front of you, albeit with some changes, both in color and symbolism.
This is...
Took me some convincing and had to call in a lot of favors with some very old friends. But I was able to get something made. Plus a certain referral from a lieutenant of mine definitely helped with the process.
These take weeks to craft. How?
Months.
Doesn't
They
even...
say at Elven Smiths, connect every rung by hand to make sure that they are so perfectly made that no sound escapes them.
It doesn't even feel like plate. It...
Why are we talking about it?
I don't know how to put these on, so...
I shall teach you.
Now, the coloring and the symbolism may be different from what I wear and my comrades wear. But there will still be those who still... That armor means something to a lot of people.
I will...
Wearing it is an oath. An oath that we will use every last bit of ourselves to protect those who cannot protect themselves and keep danger from our home and those we love.
I think
That
that's
is why...
an oath I've already
That's why
sworn.
I have no doubts. That's why I had no doubts that it will fit you just right.
We've got the colors spot on. It feels like nothing.
Gradia, I cannot thank you enough.
Yeah!
Let's go! I don't know why you thank me. You saved my life.
Because we live in a world where lives mean so much less to people than it used to. And I thank you with everything I have. That this armor may keep my son alive.
I can foresee that he will do great good with it.
How do I look?
You call the parts a ranger.
Like one of us. But I think there are greater things planned for you than patrolling the border forests of Eshma.
Maybe one day times will change, and I'll be able to cross it to visit friends.
I hope so. This is... amazing.
Beautiful.
Gorgeous. Look at the gold trim.
No, usually.
Look at the gilding and the steel.
It's even more muted than yours. Fit the colors.
Yours is fresher. I remember when I first got my set. How proud I was when I earned it. Now, usually, this is around the time where our superior hands us one of these and we swear an oath to both Eshma, the border, and protecting the frontiers. But that is for the border rangers and our oath. So tell me, Kyler Erdhart, what is your oath?
My oath is to Gewin and the people, and to the people that cannot protect themselves and cannot build their own, to nurture and to guide and to cultivate the ideals and bravery and courage and honor. Has been for a while now.
That will do. That will certainly do.
That's my point.
I'm just kind of beside myself.
No.
I'll be honest.
Randir. But this armor shall carry him halfway across the world, and we will never forget your gift. Nor its meaning.
I just wish there was more I could do to help.
I think all the good people of the world go to bed saying that to themselves. What do you think? A walk around town, pretend like nothing's new, see who stares at you?
I'm tempted to. On the other hand, I'm tempted to wear it next time we're going into battle and let it surprise people then.
Very well. Let them be distracted on the battlefield, I guess.
Perfect. It's a lot brighter colors to what I'm used to, but I guess that's kind of the point of being a leader, right? Is to stand out.
Well, here's the other thing. Because of the way it's designed, the colors are somewhat muted. You won't stand out that much in foliage. There are plenty of greys, browns, even yellows that exist within nature. It's actually black that stands out.
It's true.
How do you think the Rangers do it? They move as silent as can be.
Magic.
Now you pry too far. The armor should be enough.
I just can't stop looking at it.
I will leave you to speak with Randir if you wish, as I must talk to the Baron. Good luck on you, my son. Come here.
Thank you.
Don't thank me. All I did was prepare you to wear the armor of the knight. It's a ranger in front of you who saw your worth. Thank you, Randir.
Of course, Lord Marshal.
And I know our superiors don't see eye to eye. But if your rangers ever need assistance along your border, you will have it. For there are much darker things in the world than men and elves. And we must face it together.
I cannot begin to thank you enough, truly. I hope the colors aren't too much of a bastardization on what you represent.
It is never about the colors. It's never about whether they have gold trimming or purple instead of green. It's the intent and how you present yourself as you wear it is what matters. I mean, perfect example is the one that I'm still searching for.
The rogue one. Yeah.
Indeed. In fact, been hearing some rumor and a few loose tongues that apparently the person that I'm working for works at the local vineyard nearby. Part of me is half tempted to sneak into the Lord's quarters and ask him a few personal questions, but... well, if things were to go bad, that would look bad upon my kin, and that is not what I want.
I mean, I'm pretty close with him. If you need a hand, I can figure something out. I can ask some questions, but I understand if it is ranger business.
Well, I think you have all the qualifications to get involved.
Certainly look the part. If you'd like me to set up a meeting between you two, or I can ask the questions for you, or whatever you need.
I believe a personal talk with this Ro Jahim may be necessary.
Okay. Yeah, whenever you're ready, we can head over there. I don't know if he's still awake now, but we can head there now if you'd like.
He is not, unfortunately.
Alright.
I checked on the way in.
Then, next time you're in town and you want to catch up with him, let me know and I'll lead introductions.
Indeed. Will admit, it still bothers me how quick my upper superiors were to abandon this province. Yes, it was dangerous, and yes, we were losing rangers left, right, and center, not only to the orcs, but to... goodness. Maybe that orc hit me harder in the head than I thought. But it also doesn't help remembering that thing.
Yeah, your superiors, at least your up higher echelon superiors, have always kind of had an issue with this province, so not really surprised, but still.
It's just a shame. There's a few of us who have been patrolling these woods for a very long time. Some upwards of 3 centuries. But I know the reason why I became a ranger is because I wanted to protect this place. Protect the people within the woods, and when I lost the ability to do that, I felt like... I don't know how to explain it. Part of me was left in those woods. And eventually I'd have to go back to find it. That's why I was part of the group that volunteered for a vanguard movement into the province. See, you didn't hear this from me, but a portion of the border wall was damaged during this whole conflict. A Cyclops, fucking A, massive, was pounding at the walls. There was concern that the orcs would capitalize on this and use it as a way to get into Eshmathalos. And so, a group was organized to move in to kind of clear the area around the wall to ensure that didn't happen so that repairs could be made.
And that's when you got.
That's a story for another day, I guess.
As Arn already said, if you or your Rangers need anything assistance-wise along the border, you let us know and we'll do whatever we can.
Indeed.
Well, I won't keep you any longer, and I should probably turn in after playing with this for a bit more, getting used to it.
I remember when I first got this. I was the exact same.
It just feels like
Giddy
skin.
the entire
right?
It's something else. It's like nothing you've ever worn before.
I'll put it to good use. I promise.
I enjoy it while it's still clean.
Oh yeah, I bet white is a bitch to get things out of.
You have no idea. Luckily, the metal cleans easy. It's the leather that's a pain.
I don't even know what kind of metal this is.
Now that is something I can't tell you.
Alright. Seriously, again, I do appreciate it.
Also, if any of my kin ever give you trouble for wearing this, simply state, dawn comes.
Right.
Or, if they start with that statement, you respond with, and so does our victory.
I will commit that to memory lest I get murdered by a group of rangers.
Yeah, no, I agree. There will definitely be those, especially those of my kin, who will definitely be very confused to see a drow in this plate. It'd be like, goodness, what would be an equal comparison? It'd be like seeing a human working in a Triton farm, something like that.
Right. Or an Imperial wearing a griffin. Yeah, I get it.
Definitely.
Alright. Next time you're in town, find me and then we can talk to Ro later. Oh, together.
Will do. Well, take care, Kyler.
And you.
May the wind be ever at your back.
You know, sometimes there's... Oh.
Look! Look!
Oh my!
Look! Real Ranger armor. It takes Elvin Smiths months to make these. These are worth cities. These are worth like cities. Like and
priceless is the word I would use.
They don't even feel like anything. It feels like I'm just like down in my casual clothes. Listen. Do you hear that? No.
No.
No noise. Oh, and look at this.
It looks good on you.
It's in the house colors too.
I see. Even got the griffin in the centerpiece.
I'm waiting to show people till the next time we're out in a fight, and I'm gonna surprise them. But like, what do you think?
It looks perfect. It fits you to a T.
Yeah, you got all of the measurements perfectly right.
I don't know how I feel about the mask, but everything else looks great.
You don't like the mask?
I don't know. It's just like
It's what makes it
I
a
see
full
it and I-
set, right? It looks like wood, but it's not. Well, it's iron wood or something. I'm not sure, but it.
Let me see.
Yeah, it's what makes this thing a whole set.
It looks fantastic, though.
They gave it to me as a gift
A gift?
for helping them so much. I've been building relations with them for months now, and when we went into the Orc Fortress and saved him, I think that was the. I wore them down enough, and they gave it to me.
It looks very good on you.
Thank you.
I'm amazed they would give such a treasure.
Me too, truthfully. Keep wanting to pinch myself, but I can't because there's plate in the way.
What is that leather that's there? I've never seen anything like it.
I don't know. It's
Nothing like spider
thin.
silk or anything of the sort? Wonder. You know, you could have artisans beg you to look at that armor.
Nope. This is special.
Really, if someone came up to you, offered you, say, 1,000 gold pieces for the armor.
When you think about it, this is worth more than that, right? The materials
It honestly
themselves
is.
are really
It's
expensive,
priceless.
but months of the best smiths, best elven smiths' work, focusing solely on this to get it skin perfect. Like, that is. Plus,
You know what it means now? You're not allowed to grow anymore.
I don't think I. Yeah, that's true. If I get stronger muscles.
It looks fantastic. You're well suited for it.
I have folds. You and I have folds.
Full. We're matching finally.
We're twinning. We're gonna look so good on the battlefield. Like,
Honestly, I've been thinking of getting something better than this iron armor.
we have like a large amount of iron, so we can make it into steel. It's just Samuel's really booked out.
Yeah, I've been hearing. I might try to purchase something, but I don't know.
Yeah, you let me
We'll
know.
see. Well, do you want to keep it a surprise, or should I go get the door?
You can get the door. I'm about to turn in. Just poke your head in and scream if they need me for something.
Right, let me get your check quickly then.
Mm-hmm. Dude, it's so fucking good. Like, it's so perfect. For since season 1, I've resigned to the fact that Kyla has to wear leather armor because of the sound thing. But when I saw the ranges of this, I was like, I need to have it. And there's a trick to this that I'll show you when we're not doing stuff. What do you guys think of the mask? Is it a +6? I need to ask Bronze what the actual stat. You can hear how fucking. I need to know what the stats are. Because full leather is a +3, and with how much Kyla's been on the
Outside
fucking.
wishing to speak to you.
Who?
A trident of some sort. They didn't state their name. I'm surprised they got past the guards.
Bring him in.
Right.
Yeah, so the gauntlet is its own thing. I guess we could imply that it's on here. But this outfit, I was really high on Polly's.
Carla, Lord Earnhardt.
I'm gonna help.
Sorry, it's a bit of a personal thing, but I don't know if your father mentioned, but I'm interested in joining House Earnhardt.
This is new to me, but we always look after our own. What do you need?
I was wondering, what do you How did you and your father meet? And what made you stay with him? I know that's a big question.
It's a long story, but the long and the short of it is I was moving from town to town. See, my parents left when I was very young, my original parents. And I was moving from town to town doing what I could to survive, sometimes not entirely above the law. And I stopped at a town that Arn was residing in. And I was planning to move on, but circumstance had me stay, and Arn took me under his wing, started teaching me things. And then eventually I asked him to take his name, and he agreed. The rest is history.
That's some history.
That's the shortened version, of course.
Of course.
If I may, what inspired you to want to join the retinue?
For me, it became why I even got involved with the Orc War. I was like most mercenaries around here, just wanting to get by with coin in my pouch. But when I saw people like Tang, Molian, Matthias putting their necks on the line for more than coin, I was inspired by them. Of course, when the orcs took a few of my friends' lives, fellow mercenaries, it drove me even further to fight. That's why I volunteered to be a part of the Stronghold mission. Granted, seeing what you and the others did, you outclassed me. But...
Surviving and going day to day is something, and it's very regimental, and it's very easy in a sense. There is freedom with it, but, and I think Tiberius can agree with this, having a purpose, having a oath, having something bigger than you to believe in and to strive for and to be a part of, there is no better feeling, in my opinion. Knowing that what you're doing is for a cause, a purpose, it makes you feel right.
Nailed the... What's the phrase? Nail on the head with that one.
Mm-hmm.
Is after the Stronghold mission, your father, he ended up telling me if I ever wanted to make more of myself to speak to him, and those words have practically haunted me since then, and made me realize I've really had no purpose since I came topside, and how much I ran from my old life.
It's people like you, people like Tiberius, my father, myself, who want to do more than survive. These are the people that we need. These are the people that get things done. These are the people that allow society to flow the way it does, to change things for the better, because they believe in what they're doing so much. They're not just passively observing the world, they are partaking in it and driving what they believe true to be home. It can be dangerous. There can be... people can put their faith in the wrong things, but for the right things and for the good reasons, I mean, It's euphoric, truly.
Alright. Well, I won't keep you two any longer. Thank you, Kyla.
Of course.
I mean it. And I don't think we've ever met.
Sir Tiberius Houston.
Oh. That's... Zillion Dedangelian. Long story short, Elmar's just my topsider name. One I took when I came up here. I have my reasons, but perhaps in the near future, I can explain.
Yeah, we can get a drink or
If I
something.
may, I would recommend speaking to Sir Black then, if you are wishing to pursue this course. He will be able to make any arrangements.
Alright. Then, good night to both of you.
Be safe.
And like that, your forces increase.
It's that easy. Recruiting's that easy. Just tell them about purpose.
Wow. You know, you're outshining me now. You know that.
Stop.
You're going to take the field, and you are going to be a beacon through it.
What's great about it is that it's not super reflective. So at nighttime, when we're trying to be sneaky, it actually blends a lot better than a black cloak would, even.
I could agree with that. I know I had many teachings when it came to stealth. And honestly, it is very fine work. Extremely fine.
Before the Orc Fortress, when they were setting up their camp in the crags, I scouted it out with the Master Ranger, one of the lieutenants, and the way they moved through things, it was like air going through like table legs or something. It just didn't register anything. It was insane.
I've seen some very similar movements as well, but not so much air, but more like they had blended in darkness, like they were in the dark, and the dark was within. Those folks you do not want to encounter.
No.
They're not so, I think, forgiving as your ranger allies.
I thought it'd be more restrictive.
Oh. Looks like you could do absolute movement with that, as if it was leather.
Yeah.
Maybe even less so.
Well, I can feel where the plates bind because they are metal at the end of the day, but it doesn't weigh, it doesn't make noise,
It doesn't impede you, it looks like, as much as you think. I mean, the gauntlets, the shoulders, everything looks very loose, and it also sturdy at the same time.
Look, ready? Hold the gauntlet. It's like it's made of wood.
It doesn't even feel like wood.
Right?
It feels like paper, almost.
I'm so giddy about
What
this.
is You should be. It looks fantastic. You're going to be a stunning foe for all those you face.
Good.
Who knows, maybe they'll give you some lessons as well.
Ooh.
Maybe you might learn the bow.
Oh, I tried that. It didn't go very well.
What? How did it not go well?
I had a short bow and could never really hit anything. I had Sarah try and teach me, but it was more so because I realized when we were in fights, when there were archers, we had no way to like deal with them. So I would just take the bow out and just shoot in their general area to keep their heads down while we moved up. But now we have crossbow.
Well, maybe you should consider. Maybe you should consider working up towards it further.
I could pick it up again as a hobby. I haven't had a hobby before.
I think, what, you went hunting with your father not so long ago? It'd be good to keep up with it.
Yeah, that was, I tackled a deer. It headbutted me, and it hurt.
That's why you should probably master the bow a little more.
Alright. I'm gonna go pose in my room.
Butted a deer.
Glad you got your
Surprised you didn't
giggles
keep
in.
the antlers.
The antlers went, then the heads are gonna be mounted on my wall. The pelt went to Elena and Arn and myself. So,
By the way, I heard a rumor Elena's back.
Yeah, Arn took some nights. I don't know the details, but I know he went out to find her, and when he came back, she was with him. So she seems a little shaken up, but I'm sure in time she'll
warm up to the home once more.
Yeah, we'll have to make her feel welcome.
Sounds like a good idea. Oh, before you go to sleep, your father actually, I spoke to him not too long ago. Apparently, you remember the idea I told you about that watchtower?
Yeah, he mentioned about reclaiming it. Is he going to give it to you?
It seems he's fully entrusting it to me.
Alright. The extension of the city is going to allow a proper Erhard keep is going to be built near the main road.
Oh.
So we'll have that to look over the main road and a deep flow strait, and you watching over our elvish side there will be like...
We would be like a sort of two towers, someone would say.
Oh, yeah. No, that's a silly title.
Nah, I don't like it either.
Mr. Tibbs, the Griffin has hit the second tower.
Oh, God, not again.
I'll see you tomorrow.
You
okay?
best not come to that place and bang a griffin on the tower. Oh, so help me.
Hell yeah. See you tomorrow, Tibbs. You be safe, okay?
Take care. You as well.
I'm totally not going to go pose and look at myself in the reflection of things.
If I come by later tonight and you're still posing and flexing, I'm telling Elena and she's going
No, she'll bully me.
beat you silly. Oh yes, and you'll deserve it.
Night, Tibbs.